Hey, what's up guys, Riv here. So I regret to inform you that we have another Nuisance streamer causing issues overseas for content, a Johnny Somali 2.0 if you will. Now in this situation, there's something unique about it. Uniquely pathetic, because this is one of the hardest fall-offs I've seen in a minute. So the Nuisance streamer in question here is Vitali, who is someone who at one point was considered one of the most successful YouTube channels on the entire planet. But now, after years of trying to up the ante over and over again, he has reduced himself to being a nuisance streamer. He has recently gone to the Philippines where he has harassed and even threatened people for content on Kick. Now, the good news is, as we'll see later in the video, he's starting to find out. Law enforcement there is hot on his tail, and it looks like his time over there might be in some serious jeopardy. Now, before we get into the ridiculous clips we're going to watch from some of his recent streams, let me introduce you to Vitali here. So he is a YouTube channel with over 10 million subs. He garnered most of that about 10 years ago during the whole prank meta, where he was the biggest prank channel on YouTube. I mean, you can see some of his videos with tens of millions of views. But of course, eventually the prank meta would die out, and he had to find other things to do, and his response to that was doing increasingly ridiculous stunts that often led to him being arrested or detained by law enforcement. And the biggest controversy he faced during all of this was back in 2020 when he was arrested and charged by Florida police after he allegedly approached a lone female jogger, asked her for a hug, and when she refused, he pushed her to the ground, pinned her down, and started wailing on her with his fists, allegedly causing a lot of bruising and bleeding on the majority of her face. It was not a very pretty set of pictures of what happened to her. Apparently, this was eventually settled in civil court, but this obviously was a horrendous look for him, who also claims he was on mushrooms at the time. It's just a mess. So what do you do when you have a major controversy like this and you want to continue streaming? You know the answer. You go to Kick. So for a while, he was joining in on one of the popular metas there. As you can see on the screen here, it's the whole Predator Sting meta, where in his case, it's a big production. He has a production team. He invites celebrities onto these stings. And not too surprisingly, a lot of people accuse him of scripting most, if not all, of these streams, but it did really well for him for a while. But eventually he stopped streaming somewhat recently, and then it came out that his entire crew has left him for reasons we don't know yet. But obviously when your entire team leaves you, typically something not very good is going on behind the scenes. Now recently, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, he has returned to YouTube to ironically promote his Kick stream, where he released this video titled Vitali is Back. And as you can see, pretty underwhelming. A channel with 10 million subs pulling 46k views in about 2 or 3 weeks. That is a pretty odd disparity between subs and views there. But clearly, not a lot of people on YouTube were too thrilled about this and his apparent return to greatness on his live streams, which by that I mean going around and being a nuisance streamer. His entire page the last 3 weeks since his return is very simple. There's only 2 things going on: promoting gambling and harassing people in the Philippines. He has recently arrived in the Philippines, and you can see the absolute degeneracy of these streams. I mean, just look at the title. Vitali, disturbing the peace in Philippines. I mean, it's not even like something he's hiding. He is openly admitting he's going around harassing and bothering people for content. Now, of course, we have some clips. I'm going to start off with this very short one, just to give you a taste of the gut-busting comedy, the return to greatness in terms of pranks that this guy has returned to in the Philippines.
Excuse me, madam.
Sorry.
I'm gonna fucking rob you if you keep walking away.
Oh.
I want to give you money. No, okay.
No.
Okay, because you got a COVID mask, you liberal fuck. Go get your vaccine.
Are you guys Are you guys still knee slapping with this top tier comedy? So as you can see, he approaches not just anyone, an older woman, and cuts off her path. And then, after she basically just wants to move on with her day, he threatens to rob her. This is comedy, according to this guy. And then, as he does in many different clips, by the way, he justifies his behavior because he claims he's going to pay them. That's his big thing. He thinks if he gives people money after mistreating them, it makes it all good. In fact, he thinks it makes him a good person, as we'll see later in this video. But yeah, I mean, I can't think of anything more sociopathic than going around and thinking you can basically treat people however you want as long as you throw money at them at the end of it like they're an object or something. But let's continue on.
I was trying to give you money, but all right. Trying to be nicer. You.
So to clarify, and there's going to be a lot of them in this section of clips we're looking at, there's mall security that he is messing with repeatedly. They're not, it doesn't appear they're police officers, but it just seems like they're mall security.
No, yeah.
That's assault. Epic prank.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Please.
Crazy prank, dude. That was really funny. I have to give it to him. That was some top tier gut busting comedy. So that's one thing he's going to do over and over again. He goes up to these mall security, mall cops, whatever you want to call them, and he takes their hat, or he literally puts his hands on them or steals their property, at least temporarily. It's really asking for trouble. I mean, try this in the United States. I think things will end very differently. But as you will see throughout all these clips, the people he is dealing with, he is annoying. They have the patience of saints. I don't know how they keep it cool. At least with the mall security, I understand why they don't want to act on any of this stuff, right? They're on camera with a foreigner who's pushing their buttons, and they probably don't have much authority to begin with, so I think they're just letting it kind of pass over, which, again, I admire their patience with this degenerate, okay? But here is a longer sample of clips. We're not going to watch all of it. We're just going to skip around a little bit. But again, as he describes, he's on his villain arc. Let's see what that looks like.
Sarah, I have a question. I have a very important question for you. Can I shove this up your booty?
What?
Is that okay or no? Okay.
Hulihin mo, kuya. Hulihin mo.
Literal man-child. So, in case you understand what's going on here, he's talking with this security officer here. He obviously doesn't have the keys to the bike, but he takes it and starts going down the road, expecting the officer to chase after him and look like a fool chasing after Vitali, but no, he just doesn't care. He doesn't have the keys, and the officer just kind of stands there and waits for him to tucker himself out and give up.
Hulihin mo yan. Hulihin mo yan.
He's not chasing me.
I know.
Boss, I want you to chase me. Can I have a hug? You mad at me? Okay. Look at that ass.
As you'll see over and over again, his main source of humor is hitting on other dudes. And I don't know, it gets to a point, right, where it's like, how much of this is a bit? Like, it's 2025, man, like, no one cares. But, like, when you spend most of your day trolling around and hitting on men and checking out their bodies and asking them for hugs and kisses, I don't know. I don't know that stuff wouldn't fly very well in Russia, where he's from, but anyways.
Sorry. I'm gay. Hey, tell him I have a retardation. I'm autistic. Okay, I was born in this
First true
world to
thing
be
you
free.
said. Whoa.
Follow me.
This guy used to get like 50 million views on a prank video. And honestly, on the totem pole of degeneracy, I definitely put prank channels over nuisance streamers. The line between the two might be blurred at times, but I think there is some differences, and nuisance streamers are just, they're at the bottom. They're in the mud when it comes to the totem pole of degeneracy.
Oh God, bro.
We all know, like, being a nuisance streamer is pathetic, right? We can all agree on that. But this is the next level. This is just boring. It's just boring. This isn't even entertaining. It's not funny. Like, maybe if I was 7, I would laugh at this. But I know nobody's sitting here knee slapping and thinking this guy is a comedy genius. It's just obnoxious. Literally anyone could do this. Anyone could roll around and scream and make loud noises in public. They just don't want to. It's not a matter of they wish they could. They just don't want to. That's what a normal person thinks about this kind of stuff.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna fucking eat your dog. Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me? How much to sell your dog to China?
Saan sila?
Motherfucker freestyle. Motherfucker.
He's just, So let me play that back a little bit. Oh, he's smelling a
Bro, come
random
on.
guy.
I have a question for you. Can I give you a kiss? No, I have a question for you.
Sick.
I'm the new general in town, motherfuckers. Sir, listen to me. Dispatch.
That's assault.
Dispatch. I'm a homosexual.
They're telling me to turn it off.
And you're gonna turn it off, right?
No, it's
Let's
not.
get out of here because they're going for backup. Chad, I told you, Vitali's fucking back. IRL King. I want to scare.
There's the IRL King. He's killing it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll watch a little bit more. I think you guys kind of get the point, though.
Dude, everyone's too nice here. I like it though. In Russia, I would have got knocked the fuck out already. If I did this to a cop in Russia. Why are you looking at me like this? That's right. Bow down to the king. What? You have a problem? 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 No.
Nasty.
What are you gonna do? Hello. Hello. Hello.
Let me hold it.
Papa, paparazzi, you are besting was on a papa.
They're gonna call more security with that one.
Right there, he just took
I look like a different
this
person.
mask thing from a random stand. He just walks
They're
away.
gonna call security because you got that.
Give it to them.
And who's this henchman, by the way? You know, they always have a lackey. They always have someone holding the camera. Like, I don't know. That might even be more pathetic than the actual nuisance streamer. You're the camera guy for the nuisance streamer. That is very, very sad.
Give me the mic. Give me the camera. Give me the bag, yo. Get on my shoulders. Hey, beautiful lady. I just want to tell you one thing. Look at me. Say hello, Chad. Hello, Chad. Are they still following us or no? They're just, was that cop or just small security?
I literally don't know what he's saying. Here's one more. Yeah.
No, yeah.
We saw that one earlier where he runs off. It's just, it's a lot, man.
Shangri-La.
Okay, yeah, they took the ass. Then, yeah.
Shangri-La po. One and then there. Okay.
There was so much wrong there. I would love to see this guy try that on an officer in the United States. Try reaching onto their belt buckle like that, where their weapons are, and see what happens, because it won't end like that. He's very lucky all these people are incredibly patient with him, because he is doing stuff that in pretty much any other environment, wow, it would have ended very differently. And just like every other nuisance streamer, he's taking advantage of very polite people, polite cultures that have a very high tolerance, unfortunately, for people like Vitali. Now, there was also a very interesting clip I saw here where someone really put him in his place. Like, you can see inside, he's crying, man. Like, this guy completely psyops him very quickly.
When you show up here in the Philippines and you genuinely start like what happens behind the scenes when you're interacting with people here and you're messing around with them. I know it's a joke to you, but for the people here, they work hard, bro.
And guess what? And I tip them. What do you do? Exactly.
I run a software company and I provide housing for the
So you
locals.
came just to talk shit, right?
I'm not talking shit.
So why?
So he thinks he's talking smack because he says you do nothing for people. I throw money at them after I harass them. And this guy says I run a tech company and I house people. And he goes, what are you talking smack? No, he's responding to your ridiculous attempt to basically evangelize yourself as some good guy because you throw money at the people you harass and threaten. And then a guy who actually contributes to society counters with what he does. It's talking smack. Right. Got it.
Asking you why even make that content. Genuinely.
Because
like I'm speaking up for a large majority of people.
Shut the fuck up, because I do whatever the fuck I want. What are you gonna follow me?
I'm not gonna follow you.
I swear to God,
I'm trying to
bro.
have a real conversation.
And I don't want to have a conversation.
Bless this man's heart. He's spitting, okay? But he's trying to have an honest conversation with a nuisance streamer. I mean, come on. That's just an uphill battle you will never achieve because it's just not going to happen.
I don't want to have a conversation with you, bro. Hey, what? What are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell your viewers that you guys are better than this. You don't have to watch people fucking with others and putting them down. You need to lift people up for a living.
And what do? You haven't watched my
I
vlog?
have watched your streams and you're a piece of shit. And I came here to say that to everybody. You're a literal piece of shit.
Perfect, amazing. Jesus loves you too.
Have a
Cool.
good one. Stay safe.
Don't fucking touch me before I knock you the fuck out.
You're not gonna knock me out.
Oh yeah? What are you gonna do?
I guarantee you're not gonna.
The tough guy persona. So the guy taps him on the shoulder and he threatens him like he's gonna hit him. And the guy openly challenges him like, what are you gonna do? You gonna do it or not? And then he counters by saying, well, what are you gonna do? They're like, no, man, you're the one threatening people and saying you're gonna hit them. You're the one being challenged here, and you're just basically saying, oh, whatever, bro. Of course, though, you have to keep in mind, this guy does have a history of violent propensities. So when he's doing these little quote-unquote bits, and when he's getting in people's faces and stuff like that, yeah, it actually might end badly, because he's shown with a track record, he can get violent in many different situations. So as funny as this is, there is a threat behind it, just based on who he is and what he has done. But yeah, he got pressed pretty hard, and let's get to some good news, ladies and gentlemen. This is the update as of a few hours ago after weeks of being a nuisance, reported by the Philippine Star. Russian YouTuber Vitali, who harassed and disrespected Filipinos while filming in BGC, was caught by police officers in front of a hotel along Seaside Boulevard in Pasay City on Wednesday based on a mission order from the Bureau of Immigration. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Yes, we'll see what actually happens here. Allegedly, this is a photo, I think, from inside of the station. This is what I've been seeing going around here. But yeah, he has been arrested, and it appears that the authorities there are going to be looking to put charges on him, and good. Or at least, you know what? Let's keep him there a while, because I have a feeling if he keeps this up, and now that he's got a pretty big spotlight, a lot of people are talking about these clips the last couple of days, he might find out in other ways as well in the Philippines. And I feel sorry too. I have a lot of Filipino viewers. It's a surprising statistic. I believe the third highest demographic for my channel is the Philippines. So clearly a lot of you guys understand how disrespectful this is, and it's impacting now your country, and you have this menace here, and he can't get out fast enough. Unfortunately, though, it might take a little while, and hopefully he faces the full consequences of his actions here, because nobody really feels sorry for a desperate nuisance streamer like this. This is what he's become, a nuisance streamer. But that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.